I'm Sharat Shankar, a leadership coach, a trainer, a facilitator, and an organizational consultant for the last 18 years. And in the last 18 years, this is probably the biggest challenge which I or anyone else has faced as far as business and organizations and the government and anything is concerned. Who would ever have imagined being locked down in your houses for over 4 months? Not just you, the entire world almost. Right? So in this lockdown, I think the biggest challenge which we all face is remaining focused, remaining motivated to keep moving ahead. Along with that, there are various things which are causing us stress. First, what's going to be the next decision taken by the government regarding industries, jobs and so on? What decision is my organization going to take to keep people, fire people, restructure? What's going to happen? Am I going to get vegetables tomorrow? Can I go to the market and pick up anything I want? At this point of time, no. Also, how am I going to keep my family healthy and safe? Am I going to be able to do that or not? All these are stresses piling up on us, and that causes us to get demotivated and lose focus. I felt the same challenges a little while back. And I have identified a few steps which we can take to stay focused and stay motivated during COVID and post-COVID as well, as things start working or sorting themselves out in the near future. First point, we all need to start focusing on short-term goals. You can't stay motivated thinking of the long term in this environment because we don't know what the long term is. We don't know what's going to happen 2 weeks from now, forget 2 months or 2 years from now. So at this point of time, focus on your short-term goals, set weekly goals, daily goals, and as long as you complete those, be happy that you are in path or on the path, on the road for success, and hopefully, once things sort out, you will work and reach your long-term goals. At this point of time, as you keep achieving your short-term goals, it's also important to keep checking them off, because every time you achieve one small goal, you will feel better and more confident about yourself and about your productivity and what you are achieving. Second, reward yourself for every small achievement. If you keep waiting to achieve the long-term goal before you reward yourself, that might not happen anytime soon. So, short-term goals and reward yourself for every short-term goal, every small achievement which you make. How do you reward yourself? Well, give yourself a pat on the back and tell yourself, I think I deserve an ice cream today. Or pat yourself on the back and say, I think I want to go watch a serial today. Or pat yourself on the back and say, I think it's time to just take a break and spend some time with family and stop working. It could be anything. Maybe you could pick up a book also. So, first, short-term goals. Second, reward yourself for the short-term goals. Third, positive self-talk. Now, we all talk to ourselves, and I think we're doing that more and more today in this environment because there's nobody much more to talk or speak with. And when you're talking to yourself, the quality of conversation which you have with yourself is critical to your self-motivation. If you are asking yourself negative questions, for example, is my business going to survive? How am I going to get the next paycheck? Is my company going to fire me? Are they going to restructure? Maybe we'll lose our jobs. So these are all questions which you probably don't have the answer to now. Instead, you have the answer to a couple of other questions. What if you were to change the question to say, if I need my business to survive, and if I need my business to get through this to the other side, what are the few actions I need to take today? Second, maybe this business is not going to work. What other action steps do I need to take to be able to survive personally through this entire crisis? And if I'm worried about my job, don't worry about your job. Worry about what you can do, what actions you can take to be more effective in your job, such that if they do decide to restructure, they have doubts about sending you. They want to keep you. So what actions can you take? What can you ask yourself? What should I do such that my organization values me more than everyone else? and that answer will give you better results and better outcomes. The next, daily dose of motivation. Motivation comes from various factors, but today being in isolation, one of the best forms of motivation, videos, articles, stories of motivation and motivating people. Now, you say, I don't really need that, I'm not really that demotivated. Well, remember, all these items, whether you talk about articles, videos and so on, are food for the soul. When I say soul, the soul that inspires you, the soul that motivates you, the soul that keeps you going down this path. Now, you might say, but I don't really need it. Well, remember, you might not need it now. But do you only eat food when you're famished and dying of starvation? No. You eat food to stay fit, stay healthy, and stay energetic. Well, the same thing is for your daily dose of motivation. It is needed to stay mentally healthy, to stay fit, and stay motivated, right? And of course, stay focused as well. So that is the fourth step. The fifth thing which we need to do is engage. Engage and reconnect with people. Reconnect with people we've not connected with in a long time. Connect with your loved ones, friends, family, so that you get that boost. Now, to get that boost, you also need to ensure you connect with the right people. You connect with the people who are going to make you feel positive, who are going to make you feel motivated, who are not going to crib and complain, but instead share positive things with you. That reconnection will certainly help you move ahead. After that, you need to eliminate distractions. One of the best ways today to eliminate distractions, or actually first to create distractions, is your mobile phone. But you say you need that. You need that every day. You need that for your calls. You need that for everything. Well, to stay focused despite having the biggest distraction in your hand, you can take simple apps which lock away the distractions for some time. For example, I use an app called Digital Wellbeing. From morning 9 o'clock till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it does not give me any notifications, does not allow me to open Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. Perfect. Post 1 o'clock, I get of course a barrage of notifications, but that's fine. At least those 4 to 5 hours, I have been able to focus and achieve something which I really want to. And now, the last but most important, take regular breaks. In a day, you need to oscillate. So stress levels rise, we get stressed, we work. It's important to break, take a breather, energize yourself and come back. Today, because the lines are blurred of professional and personal, most of us are continuously working. So ensure you have a regiment. When I say regiment, your schedule is regimented so that you have fixed breaks or certain breaks within the day which ensure you regenerate or recuperate. Now, you might also find that there are certain symptoms which we get. Might get more irritable, body might be stiff and stressed, we might be having breathing issues, sleeping issues. The moment you feel any of these are coming in, I think it's time to take a longer break. So, if for 10 days you've been working literally non-stop, I think it's time, when you feel any of these symptoms, to take a complete day off. Rest, recuperate, so that the next day you come back stronger, more focused and more motivated. So, I'm sure with these 7 tips, which are listed down here, you all will be able to increase your focus, be motivated and achieve your goals. So, all the best, stay motivated, go down that path with confidence, with conviction, stay healthy, stay safe, stay motivated.